If you're a business owner looking to secure funding for your cleaning business, real estate ventures, trucking company, Airbnb, consultant, the list goes on and on, then what I want to tell you to do right now is stop chasing Chase and Wells Fargo. Truist Bank is the hidden gem offering serious funding opportunities. But wait, before you go down the street and you walk in there telling them I need all the money that you can give me right now, understand this, you have to be in position to get the funding. And well, that's where I come in. And in today's video, I'm gonna show you how you can secure over $50,000 from Truist Bank on the business side. So go ahead, go grab your pen and paper and make sure you stay to the end so you don't miss any steps, all right? And without further ado, let's dive in. And before we get started, ladies and gents, I just want to ask if you don't mind hitting that like button for me, as it helps my channel out a ton. I truly appreciate all your support. I'm really trying to help every business owner out there get that $50,000 from Truist Bank. Now, enough rambling, let's actually get into Truist Bank itself. Business owners, please understand this. This is the first disclaimer I'm going to give you. Truist Bank is not a bank, again, where you walk in and walk out with $50,000. It's not that easy, all right? Despite what you've heard and what you see elsewhere, whether it's on social media or anything like that, to succeed, you have to have your credit report in order, okay? That means number one, no negative items. That means none whatsoever. If you have them, get them off, all right? Number two, no hard inquiries. No inquiries on the credit bureau that they pull from, which I will give you later on in the video. And number three, please have your utilization under 10% on the personal side. This is not up for negotiation, all right? And these are just the tip of the icebergs. You gotta have these in place. And if you're having any issues trying to get these in place, then what I want you to do is sign up for my How to Credit Restoration program, where I'm helping everyday people and business owners clean their credit so they can access up to $50,000 in funding from Truist, just like this. So what I want you to do is click the link below so you can sign up for a free 15-minute consultation with me to see if you're actually eligible for the program. But enough about that, let's get back to the video. Now, Truist Bank is not on the same term as far as Bank of America, Chase, Wells Fargo, and things like that. Truist is a little different. The reason why is because Truist is a regional bank, meaning that it's not available everywhere. In fact, even though it's not available everywhere, other than the making of this video, it's actually the 6th largest bank in the US. And if you're lucky enough to have Truist in your area, great. But if it's outside of your area, don't worry, it doesn't mean you're out of the race or anything like that. You might want to consider doing a foreign entity filing for your LLC to work with them in whatever state that is closest to you. You could definitely look this up to do a foreign entity filing for your LLC, and then you could be able to get whatever funding you can or whatever you want from Truist, all right? But I just want to throw that out there for the people that's not in the States. As far as the steps to getting the funding, there are a few steps that you have to check off before you get the funding, all right? This is what I stated in the beginning, and I'm going to continuously reiterate this throughout the video. The first step that I want you to do is start building that relationship with this bank. And what easier way to establish that relationship than to actually open a business checking and savings account? Easy peasy, easiest thing to do. Truist Bank does offer two main account options, which is the simple business checking account and the dynamic business checking account, as in the making of this video. Guys, please do not overthink this. Don't think that, you know, A is better than B or B is better than A. You don't need the fanciest account to start building that relationship, okay? Please just choose the one that fits your business needs wherever you are. And remember, banks, again, have internal point systems. So every move you make, like opening an account and depositing funds, helps increase your approval odds. So if you feel like you're just starting out and you don't have that much to work with, then just get the simple business checking account. But if you feel like you're a little farther ahead and you really want to establish a relationship and actually bank with them, then utilize the dynamic one. Both are a yes, okay? A win is a win. Once you've opened up those accounts and everything, now we can go into step two, which is the Truist data points. before we actually get into the business credit products, I just want to go over the data points so you make sure you can check these off as well before we get into everything else. Now, this is from my personal experience, what I've seen from clients and relationship managers, okay? I still want you to fact check everything that I tell you because every place is different. But nonetheless, let's go ahead and get started. First thing is Truist pulls from Equifax, all right, for all business products, all. Equifax, okay? So you need to make sure that your Equifax is in great standing, okay? If you want to freeze the other two, you can definitely do that. They do not report to the personal side unless you default on your payments. Don't do that. So that means you got a PG, all right? This is that no PG thing, EIN only. No, you're gonna have to PG these cards, okay? Don't default. Coming from the rep, you need a 650 or better to get approved for their business credit cards. And if you've been rocking me for a minute, I always tell you on the business side, have a 700 or better. The reason why is because it gives you a better chance of getting approved, okay? If you have everything that I told you in the beginning, no negatives, inquiries low, everything like that, and a 700 credit score, you look a little better than the person that has a 650, because obviously something is wrong with their utilization high or something of that nature. So please have this in order. Next thing is they base decisions off of stated income, not verified financials. They can most definitely ask you for these, but they're really just going off of stated income if you're not asking for $500,000. But if you have all that information as far as having your credit report in order, having the data points that I've just given you as in the making of this video, then you will be good to go moving on into step 3, since we already got step 1 and step 2 out of the way. In which step 3 we have applying for the business credit cards. And with the business credit cards, let's go ahead and talk about the ones Truist offer. And these are just the 3 main ones, again, that they offer. They don't offer anything else right now, but they're really, really solid. Coming in with the first one being the Truist Business Credit Card. Very basic. But you get 0 APR for 12 months. After that 12 months, the APR ranges from 14 to 23%. This can range a little higher depending on where you are, but you're pretty much going to stay in that standard of 14 to 23%, okay? The second credit card is the Business Travel Rewards Card. Now, this is for all of my business owners that are trying to travel, do it on the business side. You're trying to write these off because you're going to masterminds, mentorships, and things of that nature. This will be relatively good for you. It's great for travel again, and you earn 2 mile points for every dollar spent, okay? This doesn't come with a 0 APR, but it's relatively solid if you're looking for a travel credit card and you still want to establish that relationship with Truist. Now, the third option is the Truist Business Cash Rewards Card. And just like I stated, it's a cash rewards card. But the dope thing about this one is it's a 0 APR for 9 months, and you earn 3% cash back on gas and 2% cash back on restaurants and 1% on everything else. Now, with this one, I really like this one because a lot of other establishments, sometimes they have a 0 APR for 12 months, and then they have another one that's 0 APR. Sometimes they'll put it for 6 months. But this one is more 9 months, so that's why this one's really helpful. I really don't care about the cash rewards because I'm not a cash rewards type of person, but if you are, knock yourself out. So these are all 3 of the credit cards that they offer. Now let me give you an application sequence strategy that can actually help you maximize these 3 cards if you want to get all 3, all right? So here's the application sequence I recommend. So I would say start with the Truist Business Credit Card, and you will have a 0 APR for 12 months, okay? So this gives you a whole 12 months of no APR. You won't have to worry about that 14 to 23%. Then, if you need another credit card, I would say go after the Business Travel Rewards Card. That way, if you're looking for, traveling, write-offs, things of that nature, masterminds that you have to fly to clients, things of that nature, this is going to be perfect for you. And then lastly, I would say apply for the Cash Rewards Card. If, cash back, benefits you in your business, or you're just a cash back person, this is definitely going to help you, especially in your business. And of course, with expenses as well. And I know some of you are probably wondering, yo, how true? Why don't I get the cash rewards card for the travel card? You bugging. I can get the 12 months and the 9 months at the same time. And I'm here to let you know, I'm not your dad. I'm not your pops. You can do what you want. I have a reason why I say these things. But I'll just tell you why. From my experience, Having multiple zero APR cards spread across a different time period gives you a hack and major flexibility. You can always keep a zero APR in the stash. The reason why is because let's say you get the business card that's 12 months and you get the zero APR card for 9 months. And you get a fairly nice limit with both of them. Let's say the first one you got $20,000. The next one you got $20,000. That's $40,000 of funding for 12 months. But your expenses that you're about to front load are literally not even $10,000. So that means you have another $30,000 to use. And if you know your business of what you're going to go into, of course, you don't know everything. Anything can happen, but you probably won't even max out the first card. So that means you're just wasting away the 9 months. But what you can really do is you can use up almost the 12 months on the first card. Let's say you get to month 11 and you're like, you know what? I need another 9 months. Now you go apply for the zero APR for 9 months or something like that. Now you have an extra 9 months plus the 1 month that you haven't used. Then you can utilize it. That makes more sense than just saying I have 2 APR cards with zero APR that you can. You get what I'm saying here? Don't be crazy, all right? You make sure you map out and you utilize everything the correct way. The next thing I want to get into is the no documentation funding. Truist may offer no documentation funding for limits under $50,000 on one card. Now, I'm giving you a disclaimer again when it comes to this. Please, in fact check this with a Truist representative because policies can change. I don't know when you're going to watch this video, okay? So you always want to fact check everything to do your homework to make sure that you have everything correct, all right? I spoke with one rep who confirmed this, but I still want you to do your homework to avoid any surprises. And with all that information, let's go over some final tips. Make sure that your business checking account is well funded before applying, okay? And let your deposits season in that account for at least 30 days before applying. And follow all data points to the T that I mentioned to increase your approval odds, okay? So if you follow these steps, you will be well off to get that $50,000 in business funding from Truist. And remember, if your credit isn't ready yet, don't hesitate to reach out and sign up for the How to Credit Restoration program. I hope this video helps you. And if you know anybody that's trying to get business funding, please share this video with them. I want to thank you guys for stopping by. Now go get that 50K, all right? And until next time, ladies and gents.